So I wanted to do something a little fun and do some recognition. I didn't get to recognize everyone. And as I was driving here, I was like, shoot, I needed to add, and then I didn't. So if I didn't get to this training, I'll be getting you on the next one because you guys are all doing really well. So first, let's welcome Shelby.
Woo.
She's going to be working under Lucy with all the stuff, especially with the baby coming. So if you guys have any listings coming up, she'll be happy to sit them open. But she's part of the team. So we're gonna do some congratulations to everyone. Team events. Carly, you're supposed to be working on one. She'll see this. So I think I have a family for December for us to adopt, but I could use a November something. So put your brains together and figure that one out for me.
Casino night.
We should do like, have you ever heard of the turkey trot? Like the Thanksgiving long? It'd be so fun.
You should totally coordinate that, Lauren.
Okay.
Just tell me
We can make
what
sure
we
it's-
need. Just
okay.
tell me what we need. Let's get it done.
Okay, December, casino night.
No, December will be like a doctor family.
Well, yeah, we're gonna.
January.
I'm
With
down
the
to-
profits.
I'll go to the casino with you.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
No, like a fundraising casino night
Do that one for January.
for
Like
January.
a New Year's.
Yeah, that'd be
themed,
cute.
Yeah.
New Year's.
All right. So Lauren's doing turkey trot. Blake's gonna put together a casino night. I wanted to do like line dancing, just all of us, because I feel like that would just be fun.
Have you been to Buffalo, Chet?
So I haven't, but I know of it. And then I asked Carly to see if she could find someone to like do an hour of just personal training with us before like the party kicks off, so that we all have an idea of what the hell to do. You know? Because like you get those cute girls out there and they're like busting it down, and you're like, what's she doing over there? So anyway, I want to like not look like a fool. So that I thought that would just be kind of fun. Chime. Brandon's taking notes. What's working? What's not? If you haven't logged in, I deleted you. What do you guys need?
I need to know how to make a external link for people to add in leads.
Your subdomain, right? I'm working on that.
Okay.
I'll
just give
Vaughn is quick to text back and slow to make progress. So I've actually hired someone else to build out our Chime. His name is Sean Everett. He's going to
So
probably be more of a contact for us than Vaughn.
So should I give Sean a call?
No, Brandon's gonna take notes and he's gonna send this to Vaughn and Sean and see who can get it done first.
Okay.
She texted me yesterday about no personal phone numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
She told me that we could.
Bond's all over the place.
Vaughn's all over the place.
Yeah. I think that's a move in the right direction, I'm not gonna lie. And I think next time, I'll just be less reluctant to open my mouth because I have not been impressed with her from the get-go.
She's like or he, we don't really know.
I don't really know.
It's
I don't
totally,
know.
it's gotta be a chick.
It's a girl.
I don't know, but
I'll do
definitely
Have you
back
heard
and
her laugh?
forth on things.
It's questionable.
I do remember her voice.
It could be questionable. So anyway, Sean will be helping us. So we just need to kind of take a roll of everything and Sean will whip it out for us. So if you have something that you really want, speak now.
So the personal numbers, is that just having your own coming from Chime, or what do you mean by
So
personal
we
numbers?
should be able to have two numbers. We should be able to have a company number that we can blast out to cold leads and whatever for CRM purposes, and that way if that number gets flagged for spam, your personal number's not compromised.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to have your personal number linked to it so that if you have a personal contact or you have past clients or you have active clients that you're currently working with, you can still text those clients from Chime and it will still log, hey, you texted this person 5 hours ago.
Gotcha.
Or bling, you got a notification, hey, you got a text message from this person, or whatever.
Gotcha.
So that's one big thing, and then the other big thing I think is there's the functionality with the Gmail.
Renee,
There's
pull
no
up a chair,
draft. Like
Yeah,
this.
she said that is not a feature and I said, can you tell them to make it a feature?
Yeah.
She said she's on it, so the next 5 years, expect that feature to be there.
But it does connect with your Gmail, so like,
Yeah.
you know, the purpose of a CRM is so that as you grow your business, you don't forget people. It's super annoying to build out. It's a pain in the ass to open a new one. Like, we will forever stay with Chime because you guys have put enough time into it that it's like, as long as it can continue to grow with our needs, and they're a very robust CRM, we don't ever want to lose all the work we've done. But when we switch to a new CRM, or as you join the team, or as you join the brokerage or whatever, it's a pain in the ass to set up. It's a huge task that we delay and then we lose leads because we forget about them. I had someone call me yesterday who's like a huge referral partner, and he's like, hey, are you gonna go see that house? I'm like, what house? And he's like, Adnan's house. And I'm like, shit, I totally forgot about him because he wasn't available when I called, and I have, a million other things going on. So I forgot about one active lead that was referred to me. If I would have put him into the CRM, I would have got a notification to call him back next week when he asked me to, but I didn't. And it took another human reminding me, or otherwise I would have forgot that. That's a possible listing that I could have missed if I wouldn't have had that reminder. So the CRM holds a ton of value. It's just a pain in the butt to set up. So you just have to like put it in your calendar, dedicate time, get it set up, and then you can work from it. But the front load is the hardest part. And if you're not going to use Chime, that's totally fine. Let me know. I won't pay for it. But if you want it and you don't have a login, also let me know and I'll get that for you. We're going to go over some daily reminders. And then part of today's training is going to be me actually making you guys build out some of the stuff that I use that makes my business successful as a realtor. And then Colin's going to go over some stuff with us. So first, let's do some congratulations. Look at that pretty lady. She just got the largest land listing on the team. So, good job.
How big?
Thanks to my parents.
Nice.
Mr. Blake.
God, that is
He did his hair once. You own hair products? That's awesome.
I do. It's called this. This is how you wake up in the morning.
This is what happens when I Google your name. Just so you know. So if you don't like the pictures on here, you gotta change your
Are you saying you
info
don't
online.
like that
I
picture?
have another picture on my Google.
I couldn't copy
I know, I need to get some
Copy and paste.
headshots.
You do.
You were supposed to come with me last time and you didn't. You forgot.
You didn't even text me.
I did.
Most wholesale deals date to date. So Blake's killing it in the wholesale. If you guys have a client that you can't find a property for, let Blake know.
And
Because
if
he's
they
always
got
looking.
cash, I'll hook them up.
That post-it note's super distracting. Leah has had the most consistent listings month over month.
Woo!
Yay. And she ain't stopping. She's got them lined up. And then Lucy is growing the team.
That's a
And
cute.
she just landed a huge design deal too.
Nice.
Get it, guys. Aw, I had a cute little like 100 up here. That went away. You all deserve to be recognized. So Dallas is going to be going full time in the next couple weeks. Andy just closed a deal on a new build. Anastasia joined some social media training, and I've already seen a difference, and she's gained 2 active buyers from changing her social media. Eileen is a machine, and I can't keep track of her production because she just does a shit ton of volume and doesn't bother me at all. Hillary survived COVID. She was sick for a while. She just finished a semester of college. She's gone back to school, and she's got a couple closings this quarter too. And then Nikki and Andrew have both almost closed both of their first listings. Andrew's just keeps getting prolonged, but it's almost there. And then Carly has her first big listing, which we need to help her get it sold. It's a home in Mesa. You saw it open. It's just not moving.
Oh, the Gilbert one.
Yes, Gilbert. So advertise it, talk to people, see if we can help her get it sold. So some daily reminders, work your social media intentionally. Every day. You're never going to reach as many people as you will through your social media. Unless you're picking up the phone and calling 5,000 people a day, or you're knocking on 5,000 doors, you're not going to advertise yourself any other way than you can on social media. So you guys have to be intentional with it. There's the daily checklist in the group with all the things that you can do on social media. Connect with people every day. Just make that a purpose, is to connect with people. I go through my phone all the time while I'm driving, and I like just scroll contacts, and then I call a random person. And I'm like, I haven't talked to you in a while. How's it going? What's blah, blah, blah. That's just how you build your referral business, is staying in contact with people. And then set an appointment every day. Maybe it's not a listing appointment or a buyer consultation. Maybe it's just to have coffee. Maybe it's to talk about skincare products. Maybe it's to whatever. Get advice from someone on how they're doing something well. Whatever it is, just connect with people and set appointments. Parkbench is still available for a couple months, and that's a website on the west side that you can utilize, and you just interview business owners. Connect with people. Hey, you're a flooring shop. You probably have a lot of people coming in here to buy flooring and remodel their home. Have you ever connected with a real estate agent? I can guarantee they're gonna say no. I can guarantee it, because people who are remodeling their home are usually doing it to stay in there. But do you know who else comes into a flooring shop? Contractors
Florists.
who flip homes. And if you can prove your value, you can steal them from their realtor all day long. I had one guy call me, and I haven't stopped calling him. It's been 6 months. I'm like, Greg, I need a property to list. He's like, I'll get you one, Lauren. But he's just like, we know what we're doing. We don't really care who our realtor is. We use whoever. And I'm like, no, you're going to become so loyal to me, because I'm going to do such a good job for you that every flip you ever do, I'm going to sell. So it's just build those connections. Set appointments. If you can't set an appointment with a person, set an appointment with a person in a business, so that you can get some referrals. So let's start with the All About Me form. It's something that I use. So open your computers and go to Google Forms. Hey,
Alright, we're in the house.
open up Google Forms.
Google Sheets.
No.
Lauren, are you live? Are you live, by the way?
No, I'm not.
Did you want to?
You're gonna have to upload this into the group.
I will, but did you want me to set you up really quick?
It should be under.
Well, I guess I'm using your. Is this your tripod?
Halfway in.
This is the light one.
No, there's another tripod.
I know, but that one I'm missing a piece. The piece that plugs into the bottom of the camera. It's all good.
Oh my gosh. Time requested. Off.
Okay, so when you're in Google Forms, we're gonna be creating a blank one, but first I'm gonna text you guys something. I got a listing yesterday from someone I've known for 25 years. Good friend, right? I've known her forever. Like, we were friends before kindergarten. I still text this to her last night because, and I didn't want to take today's training to go over this, so Colin and I pre-recorded a training that I'll put in the group. But everyone will lose a deal to a family member. It just happens. Our family is the last people to take us serious. So you will lose deals to your family. The best way to avoid losing those deals, especially if they're even willing to entertain you by having you open doors or whatever, is to treat them exactly like you would any other freaking client. They sign that broker agreement, they get every text message, even if it seems awkward, but they will respect you as a professional if you treat them like a client and not a brother, a sister, a cousin, an auntie, and uncle. So I sent this text message to her, and this is something I have in my notes. It's already pre-drafted. So it says, "Thank you for choosing me." That's like the title of it. "Hey there, I'm so excited to have the opportunity to work with you. I take so much pride in treating my clients with the best customer service possible. Here's a quick video of what you can expect from me as your realtor." And then she clicks the video, and I talk about how the first thing I'm gonna send her is an all about you form, which I've already sent her. As I'm sending the text message, I'm on my computer and I send her the form. So I built this form out because I needed a way to get to know my clients, but I also needed a way to keep track of them, right? So this is fairly new to me. You can see I've only had 10 responses. I've had some clients just not fill it out, but that's up to them. So you can see though, they don't go away, which is great, because when I go back for their 1 year or whatever, and I'm like, what was their favorite restaurant? I still know what it is because it's in Google Forms. It's all digital, it's beautiful, right? So when you go into Google Forms, it's super easy. You're gonna go to add new form, and then I titled it all about you, and then I did like a little blurb so that they know why I'm sending it to them. And you just add questions with this little check question box. And these are some of the questions that I have. So if you want to build it out now, or if you just want to take notes and do it later, that's up to you. But the first thing I ask them is, where do you spend most of your time? Because I want to know where it's going to be easiest to connect with them in the future. Is it Facebook, Instagram, or do they not have social media, and then I need to be extra cognizant of sending them cards and stuff. And then I have them list everyone's name in the family, because I can't tell you how many times you're gonna run into a client who has like more than one kid, and you're like, shit, what is that other kid's name? And you're like too busy trying to remember all the Binzer items, and you can't remember all their family members and names. Yes. So at the very least, like I have a client right now, Brandon's actually doing a remodel for her. Huh? Post the form, the video, yeah. She's got 4 kids, and the whole transaction I could only remember the baby's name because I interacted with the baby the most. I held the baby, her name, but I couldn't remember all the other kids' names. So when it came time to write them a thank you card at the end of the transaction, I was able to go back to the form and put every single family member's name, which just made it more personal. You know, they appreciate that. So first thing you need to know is who's in the transaction. And a lot of times we're only talking to one of the spouses 90% of the time. So sometimes we just forget, you know? What is their email? You're emailing it to them, but you will lose their email somewhere. Just because you're emailing it to them now doesn't mean 6 months from now you're going to remember what their email was, or you're going to be able to find a text message with their email, but you'll always know where this form is. So get their email, get the address that they live and or where they accept mail, phone number, and then I ask, well, goodness gracious, I ask, how did you find me? Because if they were referred to me from someone else, I want to make sure I'm giving that someone else a gift. But if they found me on Instagram off a hashtag, I also want to know what that is, because I want to replicate it. So you need to you're collecting data. Your business will thrive if you have enough data to make educated decisions. I have no idea what this is. That must have been inserted somehow. So then I ask, do they have any pets? If you do, tell me their names, because people with pets are like, that's part of their family. You need to address the pet. I do favorite colors, because if I'm getting them like dish towels or something, I would like to know what their favorite color is. I'm not gonna get them black and white dish towels if they love red. I'll get them red dish towels, you know? So you don't always know if you're giving gifts that will be used. Even if they're nice and even if they're cute, sometimes we just don't know if they're gonna be used. So at the end of the transaction, we want it to be as geared towards them as possible, but also when we're doing things for the rest of their lives, because you never lose contact with them. It's like a joke. I'm like, hey, you're gonna like, I'm gonna be around when you have grandkids, and they're like, aha, and I'm like, no, but seriously, like, you can't get rid of me now. You just need to know them. So favorite sports teams. Some people are super into sports. If you're gonna do like the bags, the game, and I've had boards made with their favorite teams. They love that. If you could take off on a vacation tomorrow, where would you want to go? This is just like a fun one, and I usually like, if I can find something to match it, like if they say like Tahiti, and then I can find like cute little like tea bags from there, or just something, you know, where it's like, oh, you listened, yeah. Or if you know, if they're like a $12 million listing and you want to just buy them a trip, like at least you know where to
Send them to.
send them. Favorite candy, because it's just like the little things, guys. Like it. Brandon, what's the quote about the details? Success is in the details.
Yep.
You know.
Sounds good.
If you're like at a gas station getting water and gas before your showings, and you know they love Reese's, like grab them a bag of Reese's and be like, here's a showing snack. Can't have you getting low blood sugar while we're trying to write offers. Like, haha.
Attention to detail.
Seriously. But it's attention to detail, yeah. What's your favorite morning drink? Again, because if they don't drink coffee, you're not going to get them coffee mugs at closing. What do they like to do? This one's huge because then you can like tag in on it. If they're into stuff that you're into, then you can invite them. Like I have a family who loves to volunteer, so every time we do an event, I invite them, and they almost always come because they love to volunteer. Favorite restaurant's always good for a gift card. Do you like to entertain? I usually, if they mark yes, I usually try to get them something within their closing gift that allows them to entertain. Favorite movie? What does your family do for fun? Especially if they have kids. If you have to send them away for a weekend so that you can do showings, and you know that they love to mini golf or something, like spend $50 and send them to go mini golfing while you do your open house. Ask them what their style is. This goes back to almost like a buyer consultation, but we kind of need to know what their style is for their home. I've had people who would appear to be like total farmhouse people, and they were so not. They were like traditional Hispanic style. Like even her wedding, she had like the cute, colorful band around her head. Like you would have thought they would have loved all the farmhouse stuff. No, that was not their style. So knowing that helped kind of gear even what kind of house we were looking at. Can't judge a book by its cover. And then anything else, like what else should I know about you? Sometimes they like write something medical in here. Just so you know, like if you have a hard time with me, I take care of my brother and he's really ill. So sometimes I'm at the hospital, or a lot of, like I've gotten probably more like we just love you comments in here. Like we just want you to know we appreciate you. And those are great to like add to my social media when they're giving me a compliment. But the text message and then the form, this is something that I do with all of my clients. And it's that little extra that no one else is doing. I have not met a realtor yet that does this. And they all get the same coaching that I do. 400 people are in John Story's coaching. I can guarantee none of them have structured it the way I have. It's one more thing, it's kind of tedious, but we lose clients sometimes because we're in a rush to get them pre-qualified, or we're in a rush to get them into a contract. And if we would have just slowed down a little bit more and maybe built just a little bit more of a trusting relationship with them, they wouldn't have just used the Redfin agent to write their offer. Or maybe they would have, but just slow down a little bit before you jump into all the technicalities of real estate, and get to know your people. And if you have 10 million things going on like we all do, you're gonna forget what you learn about them. So this is a great place to collect data and make decisions moving forward. Any questions about it? So I have like a million other things I'm doing, but I wanted to break our training. So I'll give you guys a nugget with each training. Go build it, implement it. Next month I'll give you something else to go build and implement. Okay. I think Colin has something to go over. I wanted to make it short and sweet.
I was just emailing it to you.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing this golden nugget. This is like mind blown emoji over here for me.
Yeah, this could have helped me.
Yeah,
For
so
3 years.
much.
Which one did you email it to? I get
I just emailed it to. I think it's just your main one. I don't know right now.
Right
This
there.
is better because
Oh, that's
everyone's
the second.
so into technology, and then you save it forever. Where it's just like I'm doing double work.
What's
Because
No,
you'll
I'm
learn
talking
that
about-
through
oh,
John's
yeah,
stories.
That's the move right there.
that is.
This is why
He's like a.
That's yeah. That's.
I haven't
understand
gotten
why
it.
he's
Colin.
married.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. I can take over.
If I could do that, I would.
Hopefully this translates on the slides. If not,
Multiple.
Kind of wet.
Yeah, I went to text today. 'cause
I'd have to live
everyone's
in
kinda
Utah for it to be
doing
legal.
training and getting ready for the weekend.
And if you guys have time, don't like wait to do this at home. I can put the form back up on the TV and you can just get it done today. Just knock it out.
is this gonna autoplay or do I just press buttons, right?
I don't know. Kind of like when we got our.
Stop the scroll.
Stop the scroll. Hi, I'm Colin. Nice to meet everybody. Lauren and I have been in cahoots for like a month now about me taking on a bigger role with media with Gwen Realty. And we're still kind of seeing how that relates to you guys and what kind of stuff I can offer and maybe discount and things like that. But I thought I'd start now by like doing literally like a 5-minute presentation on how important it is to stop the scroll. You've probably heard this term, hopefully. Carl talks about it all the time, Lauren talks about it all the time, I talk about it all the time. Basically, the important of it is the mentality of it comes from advertising. It comes from how commercials back in the 90s used to be louder than the TV show. It gets your attention, and now you're paying attention. You're about to get coffee, but now you're looking at it. And the point is, you're trying to stop that scroll. So we do that by adding in nice sunsets. I Photoshop. I do all kinds of stuff. I went to school for media, in case anybody doesn't know. I went to Scottsdale Film School. I worked for the Cardinals. I've done all kinds of stuff. Where was I going with that?
He's an absolute pro.
A legend.
Professional. Look at that camera. Pro.
Scroll happens. My wife scrolls for houses every day, all day. She's what she does. She's on Zillow. Like the grass is always greener, right? She's always trying to look for like the next house. And she found one for my sister-in-law. She didn't end up buying it, but that's the mentality. The picture was so good that she clicked on it. It had nothing to do with our needs, but she was like, oh my God, this is perfect for somebody else. So the mentality is that you need to get everyone to see your listing, okay? And she has a training you haven't seen yet about yard signs. I thought of this after that because I thought it was such a good idea, because the mentality is like, if Blake, you hire me to sell your home, and I'm just gonna walk through with my cell phone and barely take photos, not put out a yard sign, just tell you that it's gonna sell, you might trust me, and it probably will sell in this market, but you need to bring it every single day. And you need to like come to every listing with professional photos, drone photos, the yard sign, dressing nice, you know what I mean? I'm not dressing, you guys are all dressed so nice, but yeah, you look good too. And so the mentality is you need to get everybody to see your listing. Everybody. This market's not going to be that hot for that long. And I'm not even saying to use me. I'm just saying I'm giving you some advice that, I mean, Rocket Lister will do it, right? We said about $85. They'll take photos and list it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible. That's a good deal. I charge $150 for houses, and I charge $35 a photo for Stop the Scrolls. An example of that is when you're scrolling through well, anyway, there's a bunch of shitty photos here on my presentation. And then here's the photo that I did for Lauren. How much did that house sell for?
30 grand over.
No, what was the list price?
For 404, I think.
404, that's it?
405, yeah.
I have a bunch of photos here that didn't translate that are literally just normal houses from Scottsdale. They're about 700,000. Green grass, blue skies, they're boring.